All right, all right, all right. We made it. We made it. Which one's yours? The darker one or the lighter one?
The lighter one.
Huh. Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessings. Facing the east, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
And double honors to the elder apostle prophets and the teachers out there giving out this 100% truth. Also to the sincere Akiyawa Akwa, which means to the sincere brothers and sisters for receiving the truth. Salutations. We haven't been coming out every single weekend because I'll be honest, I can't afford the gas anymore. It cost me almost $50 a trip, round trip, to go from my house to here and back. So on the weeks when you don't see me on the streets, it's because we don't have enough money for gas. So that's all there is to it. It's getting down to the end time, you know. It's getting down to the bare minimum, and the Most High is doing that so we can see it. We can actually see it happening. But we know, for as a matter of a fact, that the Most High is doing everything. Let's see if I forgot to do something. Let's see if all right, we got it. I had to sync things together. Okay, so like I said, the Most High is in control of everything. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh has full control. And so even coming out here today, I'm gonna show you guys the thermometer on my I'm gonna show you the temperature on my thermometer, and you'll see what it's really like here. They lie about the temperature here too. I have an old-fashioned mercury thermometer at home, so I'll put the temperature up, what it is really out here right now while we're teaching. And so and with that being said, I want to say it like this. This is get 2 Timothy 4 and 2.
2 Timothy 4 and 2.
2 Timothy 4 and 2.
Okay. 2 Timothy 4 and verse 2. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
So what does it say? It says, be in season, out of season, no matter what. Whether it's the weather, whether it's the people. If you got weird, wicked people around you, go teach somewhere else. If the weather's too hot, find some shade. Now, there's been a few weeks out here where it was like, even in the shade, it was well over 110 degrees. So it becomes a risk. But so we want to be in season and out of season. So we're going to be out here as much as possible. And if the Most High says, I don't got gas for you this week, maybe he's telling me you have to stay home because he has full control over everything, no matter what anybody says. Let's get let's get another quick precept. I think it's what's the quick precept here? Get Matthew 24 and 44.
Matthew 24 and 44.
Yep.
Matthew 24 and verse 44, Yahushai speaking. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Isn't that neat? So we're telling you, we got to be in season and out of season. Even if you don't feel like doing something, you got to keep going until the end. It's just like when you go to work Monday through Friday. Sometimes you want to take the day off. In this truth, you can't take the day off. Even if the people out in YouTube world are, all you comment board groupies, you think, oh, somebody wasn't there for a week, that they just took, now they're not in the truth anymore. That's stupid. You don't know anybody's personal life, and it's best not to try and act like you do. It's best to just be meek. It's to be meek and be righteous to your brothers. But at the same time, we don't know anybody's personal life, do we? So I'm telling you guys, last week, we still brought out classes, but we weren't able to do them on the streets. But let's get what you brought Matthew 24 and 44 out.
Yep.
What is it saying? It's telling us, no matter what, the world is the world. People are people. But between you and the Most High, He's going to instruct you directly. He's going to instruct you directly. So you, if He's telling you stay home this week but still bring out classes, because you don't know when He's going to show up. And that should be a scary thing for people. Most people aren't scared of that. That's the crazy thing to me. You're not scared of all this stuff that it says, and you're not just a little bit scared. Oh, my God's all love. But that God isn't in this book. But the God that is in this book has full control over everything. He has full control over everything. So let's go to Job 36 and 10.
Job 36 and 10.
Yep. We're gonna paint a little picture here.
Job chapter 36 and verse 10. He openeth also their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity.
So He'll open your ears to discipline and command that you return from your iniquity. So what happens after you open your ears and you turn from iniquity? Get Luke 24 and 45. We're going to go back to Luke at the end of the class, but I'm just going to isolate this one scripture for right now. So go ahead and get Luke 24 and 45. And remember, I'm only talking to the Israelites. That's it. Nobody else. If you're on this list, you're most likely, you've got to be an Israelite if you're on this list.
Luke 24 and 45?
Luke 24 and 45.
Luke 24 and 45.
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
So, let's just stop right there, even though there's a comma. But that's the point. So when you turn from iniquity, come back to the truth, and then you open up the Bible, He's going to allow you to understand the scriptures. So now you can start moving forward in the truth. That's how it goes. Let's keep moving. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 2 and 12. It's kind of going fast, too, today.
Matthew chapter 2 and 12. And being warned of Yahweh in a dream that they should not return to Herod.
Yep, Herod.
Return to Herod. They departed into their own country another way.
So they, through a dream, received a warning from Yahweh. So let me explain something to you really quick. I just told you the Most High has full control over everything. So when He warned them in a dream, they know how to react. Now, how did they know this? So let's go over to the book of Job and chapter 33 and start at verse 14. Because, see, they received a warning through a dream. They said, don't go that way because they're trying to kill you. So they said, oh, well, we're going to avoid going through the city of Herod, and we're going to take a different route to go home. So they received instructions, and they followed instructions. So go ahead, Job 33, starting at verse 14.
Oh, right there. Job 33 and 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then He opened the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions.
So He seals your instructions in your sleep. So did you hear what happened? The disciples had a dream, and the Most High spoke to them, telling them, don't go this way because it's dangerous. Keep reading, because if they would have went that way, they said He's trying to kill you, right? So keep reading.
That He may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man.
Keep reading.
He keepeth back his soul from the pit.
There it is, right there. He keepeth back his soul from the pit. The pit represents death. So He told the disciples, hey, in a dream, I need you to not go through this city because they're trying to kill you. I need you to go around and through a different path. So what did he do? In a dream and a vision of the night, he sealed their instructions and withheld them from their own purpose to go through the city. No, he told them, no, I'm gonna keep you from the pit. I'm gonna keep you from death. Now follow my instructions. So if you could take that metaphor in life, if you follow his instructions and you come back to this 100% truth, he's going to keep you from death. He's going to reroute your life. That's what it's talking about. Let's move on. I think we made a good point there. So let's move on. Let's go over to Genesis 31 and 34.
And 44?
34, I think, is one of them. Genesis 31 and 34.
Now Rachel has taken the images.
Wait. Let me get there. It might be what you said, 31 and Genesis 31 and 30. Oh no, that's wrong. I must have put down the wrong chapter. Dang it. Let me see something really quick. I think I might have wrote the wrong chapter down on accident. We might have to skip that. Hey, it happens sometimes. It's got to be in. No, you know what? Skip it for right now, and if I remember it, I'll come back to it. So where were you at? Deuteronomy 31 and 34, right? Let me look one more time.
Wait, Deuteronomy?
I'm gonna try that one too now.
Because I'm like, what? You said Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis. It happens sometimes. No, Let's just skip it for right now. Let's go over to I wrote down the wrong chapter, but I put down the right verse. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go back to Matthew 12 and 2 real quick, and then we're gonna move forward to Deuteronomy 32 and 39. But
Matthew chapter 12 and 2?
Yeah, read that again.
But when the Pharisees?
The Pharisees.
But when the Pharisees saw it, they said
I'm
unto
sorry.
him,
2 and 12.
2 and 12?
I'm dyslexic. Matthew 2 and 12. I'm having a hard time today.
Matthew 2 and verse 12. And being warned of Yahweh in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
So they followed the instructions and went another way. So the Most High said, hey, there's going to be evil in the city. He's telling them there's going to be evil in this city. So you guys got to go a different way. And then go to Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 39. Let's remind everybody who's in full control.
39?
Yep, 32 and 39.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Right, I'm thinking. So, what he said is, I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make a load, I wound, I heal. Right? So he said, there's going to be death in this city if you go. So he said, I'm not going to let you die. You go this way. So what does he do? he's making alive still. He's making sure that he stays alive. The Most High is in full control. Nobody can deny it. At this point, if you're denying what's going on, you're probably into all of that science fiction. You're into science fiction. Because all the prophecies in the Bible are happening. Well, everybody's looking at YouTube, going all the way off on every level, whatever you could possibly think of. That's what you're going to go off on. So let's go ahead and let's continue going. Let's go to Amos 3 and 6, because I told you, if the trumpet's not blown, if there's a warning, are the people not scared? And if there's evil in a city, isn't it not the Most High that did it? That trumpet represents the warning. Those dreams are you being warned. Keep read it.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 6.
Yep.
Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it?
So he's telling them, I'm going to put evil in this city. Don't go through it. Don't go through it, because they're coming after you, because I hardened their hearts so they would try to go after you. Don't you get it? The Most High controls, he controls both sides of the narrative. There's not like a devil and a God arm wrestling. That's that bullshit that they gave you so you could be separated from the truth. That's what that is. That's truth separation. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30. Let's go to Hosea 8 and 1.
Hosea 8 and 1.
Yeah.
Yep, right. Like, one chapter above Amos. Wait, you said chapter 2?
It's 8.
Oh, chapter 8.
Hosea 8 and 1.
Hosea 8 and 1. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord Yahweh, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law.
Go ahead and read verse 2 real quick. Might as well.
Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee.
So there it is. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. Give me the wisdom and knowledge to righteously warn the people of the upcoming destruction. Did you not understand that? He's asking for knowledge and wisdom to warn the people of the upcoming destruction. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. I just showed you at Amos 3 and 6 that trumpet actually represents you warning the people. Okay? This class is really just going to be called various notes, honestly. Various notes that I was just writing down. But, so, he shall come as an eagle. Who represents the eagle, people? Who represents the eagle? Come on. America, right? Come on now. Come on now. So, he said that he shall come as an eagle to the house of Yahweh, because they transgressed my covenant and transgressed against my laws. You know what? Let's get a precept on that. Get Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 54. Let's see. Because he's going to come down swift as the eagle flieth, right?
So that man that is tender among you and
No. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and start at 47. Because he said that the reason why this eagle is able to just... And the eagle, if you don't know anything about the eagle in the Bible, it represents judgment. That eagle is judgment against Israel for not following the laws. So go ahead, Deuteronomy 28 and 47.
Deuteronomy 28 and 47. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore, do you want me to read?
Keep reading.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, with the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed ye.
So he's going to destroy us. But wait, we're talking about an eagle. And I told you the eagle represents judgment. Keep reading.
48. Therefore shalt thou serve. Oh wait, did I read 48 already?
49. Yeah. Read 49.
49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Wait a second now. You're telling me that in verse 47, it's saying that the same thing as we were talking about in Hosea 8:1. It's saying, listen to this very carefully. Thou shalt, because you will not serve the Most High. And how are we supposed to serve him? These laws are not grievous. These laws aren't hard, in other words. So, because you won't serve the Most High with joyfulness and gladness of heart, following the instructions, for the abundance of all things. So we're supposed to be happy that we have laws, that he gave us eternal life through these laws. And if we could follow them, that's how you get the eternal life. But we made the laws grievous. How do I know? It says because you're going to serve your enemies because you did not serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So now we serve our enemies. We worship their gods more than our own anyway. That was another big problem that we have. So therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee. So who's in control? Who's sending this? Who's setting this up? Who's making all the moves here? Who's making the moves here? He said, let me read it again. Yahweh shall send against thee. Who is he sending? Enemies. In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. The Most High is allowing this to happen. And he's showing you in verse 49, it's the eagle that represents that judgment coming down against you. What is the state? What's the United States of America? What is our national bird? It's the eagle, right? The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. The nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now people are like, oh, we all speak English. Anglais. We all speak English. No, we didn't. We spoke Hebrew when we got here. They beat the Hebrew names out of us. They beat the Hebrew culture. They beat the Hebrew out of us. We don't speak Hebrew anymore. Some of us do, a very little bit. But not like how when we came here. And nobody can say, yeah, I still speak like. Nobody does. Nobody does. Verse 50.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So that nation of fierce countenance, they're always like, they're only happy when we're burned up and hanging from a tree. And then they don't know anything once somebody comes up missing or dead, especially in Mississippi. I know you guys know about what's going on in Mississippi by now. See, they've been doing this shit for hundreds of years. I'm almost wondering if it's their rite of passage so they can move on to the next level in their lifestyle, because you got the governor, the DEA, district attorney. Who's the district attorney married to? The FBI. You've got the coroner's office. You've got every single high-level person involved brushing this case off to the side, thinking that the parents were just going to be like, oh, well, it wasn't, he drowned. Oh, Lord, what are we going to do? Nah, they didn't. They're like, we refuse to give up on this. And guess what? It's turning out to be a very, very interesting murder trial where these kids, it sounds like they purposely took him out. And that's one of those, and that goes right back into Deuteronomy. He's not serving the Lord. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong. But was he serving the Most High? No. And don't call yourself a Christian and say you're serving the Most High in the same breath, because it's an irritating contradiction.
They're not in trouble as other men?
Well, the people that we did that, I did that class like 2 days ago, actually. That's why I'm not bringing it up. But let's go back into it, though. Let's go over to Isaiah 45, starting at verse 10.
Isaiah 45 and 10?
And it is really hot out here in the shade too. It feels like my feels like my iPad is gonna catch on fire. Honestly,
It's actually always like that for some reason. All the iPads like that.
this one doesn't do that. But when we're outside, or when I'm bringing out the scriptures, mainly is when it gets hot. I'll be looking for stuff online for work and stuff, and it never heats up. So Deuteronomy, Isaiah 45 and starting at verse 10.
Isaiah 45 and 10. Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what beget?
You know what? Start at verse 9.
Woe unto him that striveth with his
Maker.
Let the
The pot's herd strive with the pot's herd of the earth.
Let the pot's herd strive with the pot's herd of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou? Or thy work he hath no hands?
So he said, and that's crazy. It's a metaphor saying, how you going to talk back to the person that created you like you know something? That's what it's really saying. You're acting like this dude didn't create you, and you're going to go questioning. You're acting like the Most High is not real when it comes down to it. Atheist. Keep reading.
Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what begettest thou? Or to the woman, what hast thou brought forth?
Keep going.
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker asked me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands, command ye me.
So keep reading.
I have made the earth and created man upon it. I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded.
You know what this class is going to be called? Yahweh has full control and has created everything. We be out here thinking that we're in control. Oh God. What do they call it in Christianity? Free will. You've got free will. You can do whatever you want. But according to this class, that's a big fat lie. He'll let you go off enough so he can punish you, but how did your heart get hardened in the first place? You might want to go and find out in Exodus, because that's what he did to the Pharaoh. He hardened his heart so he could fulfill his prophecies and show his wrath to the Egyptians and his righteousness to the children of Israel.
Want me to read 13?
Yep.
I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all his ways. He shall build my city, and he shall let go my captives, not for price, nor reward, saith the Lord of hosts Yahweh.
So, I will direct his ways. So who has full control? Who's directing the ways? Who's the GPS around here telling you how to get from point A to point B? We speak in the oracles of God. In other words, anything that comes through me, that comes through these scriptures, the Most High planned that out too. But it's all because of him, not because I sat there and I made the great class. Look at this great class. No, fuck no, man. I'm just not that good. I wish I was. But I know when these scriptures and all of these notes come out, it's because the Most High is dealing with me. He is setting his plan forward. And he's telling me my plans are set off to the side. Because if it was up to me and I didn't have all this, I'd be doing a fence right now and then some drywall and texture work today, and I'd probably be hanging a door. So I know that my bullshit life means nothing. But this work, be in season and out of season, for you know not the day of his return. It's a big deal out here. Most people don't know. Go to Isaiah, stay in Isaiah, but go to chapter 41 and verse 4. We're just gonna, like I said, this is a lot of notes I had, so I thought I'd bring them out.
Isaiah 41 and 4.
Yep.
Isaiah 41 and 4. Who hath what?
Wrought. Who hath wrought and done it?
Who hath wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, the Lord, the first, and with the last, I am he.
There it is. He's telling you once again, you ain't shit. You didn't do any of this stuff. I did. This is all mine. You're just part of it. And then you're acting like you're going to ask me questions like I didn't create you. That's why it's talking about how is the clay going to talk to the potter? Like he has no hands. So go to Isaiah back to 45. Yeah, we're doing a lot of jumping around, but doesn't it say precept upon precept, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, right? All right, I'll look at that. Like I said, here a little, there a little. Go again. I'm back to Isaiah chapter 45 and start at verse 5.
Verse 5?
I
thought you were.
Wait. Yeah, just start at verse 5.
Isaiah chapter 45 and 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
So, and that's beautiful. He still took care of us because in this day and age and these last days, we're not taught about Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. We're taught about Krishna. We're taught about Jehovah. We're taught about Jesus and God. But you'll never hear the word Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. What it means is, for the lack of better words, Yahweh is the Hebrew word for he is or he exists. Bahashem means in the name. He exists. He is in the name of he is Yahweh Shai, the deliverer. He exists in the name of he is the deliverer. Or he exists in the name he is the deliverer. So do you understand? All we're saying is the same thing as you, except for we're using the correct name. Most people can't understand that. So there is no God beside me. I girded thee through though thou hast not known me. So I've taken care of you even though you didn't know me, because you weren't taught about him. But now that you're being taught about him, it's if they hear, let them hear. And if they forbear, let them forbear. I tell you guys that almost every week now. Hearing means to accept and receive this truth. To forbear means to reject it and move on with your life. That's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. That was the plan. Go ahead and read through verse 7. So read 6 and 7.
Okay. Matthew 45 and 6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and the west, and from the west and that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Woo! I mean, does that really need to be broken down? I've created the darkness. I've created the light. I make peace. I've created evil. I mean, I do all these things. So people like to think that they actually know what the Bible says. You get instant scholars, because what happens is they'll hear some scriptures and it'll irritate them because they've never heard the Bible spoken in its true form. They've only heard people take it out of context so they can teach you a feel-good message. That way you can give to the offering plate. It's very basic, but that's written in the scriptures too. But the whole point is the Most High has full control over everything that's going on around us. There's nothing out here that's happened or even hasn't happened yet that he didn't already ordain. So let's go ahead and get out of Isaiah and go into the book of 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel. like I said, I just have a lot of notes sometimes. Like all the notes hit me, but it's not me going, yeah, I got a good class. Like, oh shit, this note. Wait, that note. Going through. No. No. Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it really is. He's speaking to me through the scriptures. 2 Samuel chapter 7. And give me verse 22.
Verse 22.
Yep.
Wherefore thou art great.
2 Samuel 7 and 22. Hold on. Sorry. The Samuel's way up. 7 and 22. For you are great, O Lord. There is none like thee, neither is there anyone besides thee, according to all of your household. Keep read it.
2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 22.
Start at 21.
Verse 21. For thy word's sake, and according to thine own heart, hast thou done all these great things to make thy servants know them?
Keep reading.
Wherefore thou art great, O Lord Yahweh, for there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears.
Once again, not only is the Most High in full control, but all your other religions with all these other gods you created, including the actual word God itself and Jesus, they're also fake. They're not real. And I can prove that too. You Muslims, you Christians. Let me prove that to you really quick. Might as well, right? Because it tells us that in our captivity, we will worship other gods. I'm gonna. Let's see. There it is. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 64 real quick.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, let's prove that their gods are fake. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Let's prove their God. We're going to prove that your gods are fake. He's already told you that there is no other God. But let me show you even further how your Muslim and your Christian God is fake too.
Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So the word even is an old English word. It means indeed. So indeed, wood and stone. What does wood represent? It represents the cross, the Christian cross. What does the stone represent? It represents the rock at Mecca. So the Bible is saying that, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, mingled among the other nations, most of it happening during the transatlantic slave trade. Mingled among the other nations, from one end of the earth, indeed, unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods. He already told you there's no other God. But you made up gods, even wood and stone. That's Muslims and Christianity. You guys are a made-up religion according to the Bible. Oh, wait, hold on, there's more. Verse 65, and among these nations you shall find no ease. There's no rest for us here. This is not our rest. The Most High put us here as punishment. Why do you think to be a brown person is so hard in any place? Because we're the real Israelites. And according to the curses in the Bible, we didn't follow his instructions, so he's cursing us. But he kills, he makes alive, he wounds, and he heals. And he kills. So at verse 65, the Lord shall give the that like I said, you shall find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have no rest. What are you doing? Working, day to day. You work. Let me explain to you. Work week in. You work for 5 days until you're weak, and then on Saturday and Sunday you're so weakened you can't do anything. And what happens on Monday? You start to work again. So they do this on purpose to keep you from being able to move forward out of the position you're in. It's all psychological. So your feet have no rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Turn on the fucking news, people. Let's go to Mississippi. All of our communities are in an uproar because every time we turn around, one of our people are getting killed or falsely incarcerated into prison, or they're getting tased to death, or all these different things that they're doing. But the one thing that we never see is justice. So how are we gonna? So this is why we're never gonna have rest. This is why we're always gonna have sorrow of mind, because in our captivity, we're going to cry out to the Most High, and we're going to start to open our eyes and realize that we have to come back to the laws. That's the only way we understand anything, it seems like, is if we get punished for it.
Remember, wait, who was supposed to go to Nineveh and then he didn't want to?
Jonah.
When Jonah was on that ship with those guys praising to the false gods,
Jonah wasn't.
Yeah.
Jonah was asleep. They woke Jonah up.
Yeah.
Jonah's like, yeah, it's my fault. Just throw me overboard. And that's how he got eaten by the whale. Because they threw his ass into the ocean, and then the waters were calm because Jonah was supposed to be somewhere else, and they were taking him in the wrong direction. But that's a different story for a different day. But still, the point of what he's making is Yahweh had full control over that too, because Jonah tried to go somewhere else. Where did he wake up? Nineveh. And did he fulfill the instructions of Yahweh? Yeah. Didn't he sit under that, a fig tree? And then the tree died, and the Most High's like, why are you so mad? I told you to do something. You accomplished your goal. Because he wanted to see Nineveh get judged. That's why. He knew how wicked they were, but when they heard him, they're like, nah, man, we repent. So Nineveh did eventually get judged, but at that time, they actually did repent. So,
Yeah,
but the Most High had everything to do with Jonah getting to that spot. That was a great thought, honestly, for lack of better words. So let's get back into it, though. Let's go back into the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 18.
Okay. Wait, you said Job chapter 5 and verse 18?
Job chapter 5 and verse 18.
Okay.
You know, I'll be honest, guys, I like this park right here. There's people that are walking around. No one is really bothering. Some guy gave me a shirt, and another guy said, praise the Lord. But other than that, man, this place isn't as like being downtown so far. There's been a lot of shootings and a lot of robberies, a lot of stuff happening all at once, and just in Tucson in general. A lot of home invasions. A biker killed one of the sheriffs in town, and now they're looking for. I'm telling you, man, it is crazy out here this summer. There is a lot more going on than usual. So let's go back to Job 5, and what did I say?
Job 5 and...
What is it? 18? Yeah, because I was just telling you how the Most High, He's the one that's punishing us, right? I went into the whole spiel how we're worshiping the false gods, how He's the only God, but here we are worshiping false gods. So He's the one sending down the punishment. So let's put a nail in that coffin too. Go ahead, Job 5 and 18.
Job 5 and verse...
Start at 17, sorry.
Job 5 and 17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh corrected.
Woo! The guy that gets correction is the guy he cares about. If my dad sees me and a bunch of kids in the street doing wrong, he's going to grab me by my neck and come and whoop my ass. He doesn't care about these other kids that live in other houses. So the metaphor is, my father is correcting me, the nation of Israel. He doesn't give a crap about the other people, the other nations, okay? So the man who he correcteth, that man is happy, behold, because I received correction from the top. You guys don't even get dealt with until the end. Keep reading. Read it again.
Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
So, the chastening is when you receive judgment. That's the correction. When you receive judgment, or you receive trials and tribulations, because gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So, happy is the man who Yahweh correcteth. Therefore, don't be mad when thou art chastened of the Almighty. Know that he's doing something special with you. And especially if you've turned your heart, which is your mind, back to the truth. If you're doing the things the right way, and you know you're doing it the right way, check yourself again and make sure. Double check, triple check. And at the end, if you are doing the right thing, then you know that there's nothing to be worried about, and the Most High is dealing with you. Verse 18.
Verse 18. For he maketh sore and blindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole.
Keep reading. But wait, let me break that down real quick. He maketh sore. Ow, I broke my toe like a week ago. It's pretty bad. It was like, I was like, oh no. I stubbed it on a chair. You know, you're walking down the hallway, you go by, bam, right past the kitchen table, and then you kick the chair. So it broke my little pinky toe right off practically, it felt like. But he wounded me. But his hands also make whole. He bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands also make whole. So he's going to heal me too. He may have wounded me. That's called trials and tribulation. That's called chastening. I do something wrong, I also have to be judged for it. Just because I didn't think I did anything wrong doesn't mean I didn't do anything wrong. My brain and my righteousness are two different things. So, read verse 19 and we're going to move on.
He shall, let me just read 18 and 19 together.
Read 19 and 20 together.
Job chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Wait, I gotta say something about that. A righteous man will fall 7 times and rise back up again. So he's with you in all 6 troubles, and on that 7th trouble, you're still rising back up. You're still coming back to the truth. He's protecting you. Verse 20.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
That is beautiful. You know what? One more.
Thou shalt be hid from
The scourges.
From the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
And you know, that's beautiful. That destruction's on its way. The only people that are going to even feel safe are the ones that got their noses buried in the book, trying to figure out what else they can do to be and more into righteousness. So, one more, and then we're going to move on. One more. At destruction and famine. 22.
22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth.
Thou shalt laugh, and thou shalt not be afraid of the beast of the earth. Isn't that neat how God comes in as the beast of the earth right when we're talking about it? Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, he just wanted to shade.
No, it's all good, man. animals have a good sense of person, you know what I'm saying? So they know. So let me read that again, because it said, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine, though thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid at the beast of the earth. So you see the pit bull come running in right now? You can't make this stuff up. It was beautiful though. Why we're not afraid? The Most High just told us we're not afraid. So what are we supposed to do? Start jumping around? And it shows like, damn, you guys are not only lack of faith, you guys are cowards. It's like, what the fuck? Why even reading this? That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people will read this book, but not believe what the book is saying. We read the book. We believe what the book's saying. I trust in this book more than my own family. I know that this book isn't going to lie to me. What's going to lie to me is me. I'm going to lie to myself and try and take some shit out of context and read it wrong, and then tell myself I was right and not realize why I'm being cursed. So you got to understand, the book is right, people are wrong. Let's move on from that now. Let's go over to, and then once again, how are you being delivered? From the Most High. Who's setting out the destruction? The Most High. So everything happens for a reason, but if he's saving you, he put you through that so he could save you, so he could show you his mercy. So he could show you, yeah, I love you, stand over here. You, go burn. You, stand over here. You, go burn. Just that simple. There's no in between anymore. It's either you're going to get crispy cooked, and like I said, all Israel shall be saved. We'll get into that, but on this side, the wicked will be destroyed. So if you decide that you're a wicked Israelite, you're also going to be in destruction. Let's jump around some more. Let's go to the book of is that Hosea 6:1? Let's see. I was writing down notes so fast, I feel like I wrote down some of the notes double. Yeah. Absolutely. Hosea 6:1. Because I was just telling you, like, about my that the Most High, he not only does he chasten, but he heals. I was telling you about my broken toe. I can feel it a little bit better each day. It's healing. So Hosea chapter 6:1. And
Hosea chapter 6, verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord Yahweh, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up.
Isn't that beautiful? So if the Most High is tearing you down, it's so he can heal you. See, sometimes when something is so bad, you have to take it completely apart, down to the foundation, and then rebuild it. So what I'm trying to say is, some people are so wicked that he has to take them all the way down to their foundation, and then, in other words, you'll see a person that has everything, and all of a sudden they just lose everything. Don't even have a rock to lay their head on out on the streets, and that's the person that he's rebuilding. That person has to come back to the Most High, and I've seen people do that. I was that person. I had everything. I had 2 motorcycles, a boat, 2 trucks, a car for my wife, a house out in the hills. I lost everything in 2007 to the point where I was homeless. So I know that he broke me down all the way to my foundation, to where I had nothing, 0. And then he rebuilt me back, but I had to do my part. And what was my part? It says, come, let us return to Yahweh. That was my part. How do you return to the Most High? How do you return? By following his instructions. If you got GPS and you go off the fucking course, it's going to tell you, make a U-turn in 300 feet, 200 feet, 100 feet, make a U-turn, and then come back to the course, and then it's going to redirect you. The Most High is doing the same thing. If you're getting torn down to nothing, he's doing it to rebuild you. If you're a different nation, this class isn't for you. None of this is for you. Enjoy it while you can, other nations, but this is for Israel. 99.5% 0.05% of my classes are for Israel. 0.05% of my classes, or 0.5% of my classes, are including other nations. So, but let's keep going. Go to Jeremiah chapter 30. Is that 30? I think it's chapter 30 and 17. It might be 20, but it's 30 and 30. I know I've been getting sloppy.
Yeah, that's a 3. That's a 3.
And you already know in chapter 30, there's a lot going on in there, but that chapter 30 and 17.
Jeremiah, chapter 30 and 17.
And I just told you we got to come back to the Most High, that He broke us down to our foundation, some people, like myself even, so He could rebuild us righteously. So go ahead and read it.
Jeremiah 30 and 17. But I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord.
Wait, start at 16, I'm sorry.
16. Therefore, all they that devour thee
shall be devoured.
Shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries,
every one
of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
That's beautiful. So didn't I tell you that the Lord hardened the Pharaoh's heart? So these people that devoured you, He hardened their heart to devour you. That's where your chastening comes from. He's not showing up on your doorstep or at the door front saying, "This is the Lord. I'm going to spank you now for being bad." No, He's sending your enemy. That's why I was showing you that eagle represents judgment. That's our oppressor. The Edomites are the judgment that's been set against us. So He says that that all they have devoured these shall be devoured. Read the book of Obadiah. He hardened their hearts to devour us, but He didn't like them in the first place because He set them forth to be evil. And thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Isaiah 14:1 and 2. And all that took them into captives shall be captives. And get Isaiah 14:1 and 2 real quick.
You don't want me to read
And we'll go back to that too. We're coming back to it.
14:1 and 2?
Yes, Isaiah 14:1 and 2. So He said, I will bring again, where is it? Where were we? We're at 17, right? We started at 16. So thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So I want to address that. Thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. Get Isaiah 14 and just read 2. Read verse 2.
Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So it says, and thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And in Isaiah, it's telling you all the people that took you captives, you're going to be their slave master now. They will become captives who I always get that one tongue twisted, but you heard them. The people that held us as slaves are going to become our slaves. That's what it's saying. That's why nobody likes the Bible. Oh, that's the Old Testament. You know Jesus came and saved everybody. But then when you read John 3 and 16, it's only talking about Israel. But that's why they don't like to go into the etymology, and then they change the word to world. But that word world was actually cosmos or cosmos, however you want to say it, which goes into Israel. So when you start reading the etymology of the word cosmos and the literal definition, you'll find out, oh, well, dang. But then they add their own little twist into it to act like it is the world, but it's not. And the etymology itself proves that. That's why they had to add a little side footnotes and stuff, but those footnotes don't mean shiznit. Go back over to Jeremiah 30 and now read 17, because the people that devoured us are going to be devoured. Our adversaries are going to be our captives. And they that spoiled thee shall be a spoil. So the people that robbed us are going to get robbed. And all that preyed upon thee, I will give for a prey. So everybody that's been taking advantage of us, he's going to give those people to us to take advantage of. So go ahead and read verse 17. Go back over to Jeremiah
30 and 17.
Thank you.
For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
That's beautiful. So he's going to heal us. And they that decided that we're nothing, he's going to prove that we are the kings and the princesses and daughters of Zion. Okay? There are no queens, motherfuckers. The word queen means whore. In the kingdom, there will be no queen. There will be no whores, women. So if you don't know what the word queen means, it means whore. I've never called my wife a queen. Why would I do that to her? Why would I insult her like that? And then this society has got you thinking, I'm a queen. I'm a queen. You might as well say, I'm a hoe. I'm a fucking hoe. So we won't have that in our kingdom. We're going to have princesses, well-instructed women, daughters of Zion. Not whatever you guys got. I don't want nothing to do with it. Go back to Isaiah chapter 46.
Isaiah chapter 46.
Yeah. Like I said, I just had a bunch of notes on my mind, and I was like, is this even a class? Is this even coming together? So when I was taking out, this is how I know the Most High was dealing with this. Because I'm wondering if this even works together, but to me, it sounds like this is all working together. So this is a great class.
Can I read verse 3? Start at verse 3.
Yep.
Isaiah chapter 46 and 3. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me for the belly, which are carried from the womb, and even to your old age, I am he, and to H-O-A-R, was it? How do you say that?
Where are you at? I'm sorry.
I'm at 4.
The age old I am he, and even to I don't know. Let me go over to here we are again doing some
researching.
No, it's always the same with the 613. Dang it! I mean with the 613 with the 1611.
We're not even in the 1611.
Yeah, I'm in the 1611.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I need to be in the standard mode. Now, what was it?
The age.
What chapter?
It was Isaiah chapter 46 and 4. I read 3.
Isaiah. Our Bibles are always in the 1611 because we're always going into the Apocrypha. So what happens is it takes the whole entire Bible and changes it from Genesis to the end of the Apocrypha, 1611. And yeah, I'll be honest, some of these words are hard to understand. So, was it verse 4?
Yeah, verse 4. I'll go together again.
Verse 4. So, sinful nation. Oh, wait. There we go. Whore hairs. I thought that's what it said, but I just wanted to make sure.
Alright.
So
Isaiah 46 and 3. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the wound, and even to your old age I am he, and even to the whore hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and I will deliver you.
That's beautiful. So who's doing all this again? Back to the beginning of the class. Who's doing all these things? We're about to be in 110 degrees over here. We'll get right here. Yeah, that's fine.
Still recording?
Yeah, it's doing great, but once the sunlight hits it, it's over. All right. So, once again, the Most High saying, not only do I have full control of everything, I created, I'm doing the wicked and and I'm also doing all the righteousness. But it's also letting you know that He has made everything once again. That He's the one that can carry us out of this captivity once again. Once again, He's showing us that we can't do anything to help ourselves. We have to rely with our faith on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Be faithful unto death, and thou shalt receive the reward of life. Where were we? On 40? That was Isaiah 46 and 4. So,
Yep, 46 and 4.
Let's keep going. Let's go over to the book of Romans.
Romans
11 and 26. We're almost done. I'm running out of precepts, so Romans 11 and 26.
Romans 11 and 26. Romans 11 and 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
That's beautiful. So all Israel shall be saved. And I told you guys that halfway through the class that I was going to bring that back up. But I also told you that there's going to be wicked Israelites that receive death. So how is that possible that all Israel is going to be saved? Because on this side, if you're wicked, you're going to die in your wickedness. It says so. But in the kingdom, when the children of Israel, that 1/3, get Revelation 11 and 12. So 1/3 is going into the kingdom. In fact, let me get this. 1/3 shall be saved, 2/3 shall die. What chapter and verse? It's Ephesians, I think.
Revelation
Wait.
11.
So I want to get this really quick. Yeah, So he's got Revelation 11 and 12. I'm going to get Zechariah 13 and 8 real quick. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 1/3 shall be left therein. So I just told you 2/3 have to die that death for being wicked, but 1/3 is going to be left. In other words, 1/3 is going to receive the crown of life. Now, read Revelation 11 and 12.
Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
So that's the ascension. So when those Israelites, and when you get into it, you can see all the Israelites that are going to be saved at that time. And then the 2/3 that is clearly saying are not going to make it, they will be born into righteousness in the kingdom through the 1/3. Do you guys understand that? That's what's going to happen there. Go ahead and we're going to go back into Luke chapter 24, and this time we're going to read verse 44. I skipped it last at the beginning of the class because I wanted to save it for the last verse. Luke 24 and 44.
Luke 24 and 44? 24 and 44. Yahushua speaking. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses, and in prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
So he's saying that everything that my Father said has to happen. Because why? Because he has full control. Remember, I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. There is no God with me. So he's saying all of this has to happen because, and that's Yahushua speaking, because why? Because we were told this by the Most High. I change not. Remember that. Yahweh's word changes not. So all of these things have to be fulfilled. Now going back into 45 again, where we started the class. it says, and he opened their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. So that's what this is. He is putting the truth back in you, well, the 1/3, so you guys can be prepared for the kingdom, so you could be set for what's coming next. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. That's just the way it goes. And I got one more scripture. Revelation, you know what? Let's get two. Get Revelation chapter 22.
And verse
7.
Okay. Revelation 22 and verse 7.
Yes. 22 and 7.
22 and 7. Revelation 22 and 7. Yahushua is speaking. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he, keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Woo! Blessed is he that keeps his nose to the grindstone. The person that's actually practicing what they preach out of this book. That's the guy who's going to be blessed. So what is it? To follow his instructions. He said to do these things. And if you find yourself with the ability to follow his instructions with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, plan on being going to that next phase. If you're able to do that, the Most High is dealing with you. One more.
Revelation 22 and 12. Yahushua is speaking once again. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
So, to give every man according as his work shall be is literally saying what you're doing here and now, how you're living your life. If the Most High changes you, then you're going to receive righteousness. If you stay in wickedness, you're part of the 2/3. So you're going to be judged on how you're living right now. So if he comes right now, it's over for all of us. And we all get judged. So whatever you're doing, that's what you're going to be judged on. So if you're striving towards that righteousness is going to prevail. If you don't give a shit and you're lazy, well, you're probably part of the 2/3. And with that being said, if you got eyes to see and you got ears to hear the truth when it comes out, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Facing the east, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ruach.
And double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers. And once again, to the sincere brothers and sisters, salutations.